Hi, post-editing retard here. I just realized my mic was set wrong for all of the yapping bits. So you're just gonna have to deal with it because I'm not re-recording that shit. Alright, back to the video. Do you play War Thunder? Did you just buy a top tier premium? Do you keep getting slammed because you have no idea how to dodge missiles? Are you, like myself, a peanut brain and have no idea what any of these words mean? Well, like you, many years ago, I bought the F4S and immediately gave up on the game because I have no idea how to play and I was missing my frontal lobe. So, I'll teach you the very basics about how to play top tier because every tutorial is from like a year ago and the game's changed a lot since then. So, for a little backstory, about 2 years ago, I got War Thunder, enjoyed it, bought the F4S. Now, at the time, every single match in the F4S was top tier because this was around the time when the F-16A and the F-14A were at top tier. So all of this meant I was just a goldfish in a tank full of sharks. I instantly dropped the game and did not come back for 2 years. But when I heard the SU-33 was free and without... What the fuck? I instantly dropped the game and did not come back for 2 years. But once I heard the SU-33 was free and without grind, I immediately came back. Because I had been building squadron points for 2 years. I had, like, a lot of them. Anyhow, I played the plane and had an absolute blast with it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to US. And I grinded top tier in about 30 hours. Over the next 40 hours, I unlocked the F-16s and the F-14. I had spaded every single top tier, with the exception of this fucking thing, within about 70 hours of playtime. Every single fucking video I watched on these words, I could not figure out what these dudes were yapping about, because they always make it so scientific and large brain. Nothing makes you invisible to pulse operator, because the eye bandit it cannot take... So, I'm gonna do this a little different. I'm gonna teach you all these words, in monkey brain terms, in the easiest possible to understand way. First term on the list is notching. Notching makes it so that you are invisible to radar missiles. All you gotta do is point your wings 90 degrees, okay, so you just gotta point your wing to the dude who's locking you, and dump chaff, okay, and just pray. That's all you can do. If that doesn't work, try cranking. What cranking does is, because missiles don't chase you, they try to intercept you, you just gotta, like, turn really hard one way, and then whip your plane the other way, and pray that the missile misses. And if all that works, you're golden. If not, fucking GG's. Get back to the hangar, little bro. Next on my list is multipathing. Multipathing is just flying super shit low. Like role-playing Anteater low. You just gotta be 60 meters above the ground, and I'll make it so that every radar missile, including Fox 3s, most of the time, just slam right into the ground in front of you. However, this will not work against Fakors and AIM-54s because they have the explosive mass of a small hydrogen bomb. So, the name is kind of retarded because there's no actual pathing. It's just kind of flying super shit low and praying not to turn into a groundhog killer. But I figured it out. So can you. So, the last term is jinking. I can't really explain this one because I'm too dumb, so I'm going to let this lovely frog fellow explain it. Go subscribe to him.
Does this keep happening to you? Well, maybe it's because you haven't learned about jinking yet. But what is jinking? How would one go about doing a jink? Well, I'm glad you asked. A jink is a defensive maneuver intended to throw off your opponent's aim. It is very easy to do, but there is a right and a wrong way to do it. So let me explain. In this clip, I purposely put 3 enemies on my 6, so we're gonna have a lot of examples here. And this Focke-Wulf 190 is gonna be the first thing we have to deal with. Now, we're gonna pause it right here for a second. You can see I've kept a nice steady turn here. So this guy is aiming somewhere out in front of me, thinking he's about to get an easy shot. So this is the time where we need to jink. Now the direction of our jink does matter. We want to make this shot as awkward as possible. And to achieve that, all we have to do is look at which way his wings are facing. As you can see, right now he's banking pretty hard to the right. If we can force him to use this rudder, it's really gonna fuck with his aim. To do that, I'm gonna roll my wings perpendicular to his. As you can see, this is going to give him a really weird and tough shot that he wasn't expecting. Now a second opponent has been added to the mix, so things are going to get a little bit spicier. Right here is a little too early for the jink. We want to wait until just before they fire. And yes, you can tell when they're about to do that. Right now, we're seeing the tops of their planes. So at least for the time being, I know I'm completely safe. Now if I'm looking directly at their nose, I know they still probably don't have the shot, but they're getting pretty damn close. And once I start seeing the belly of their plane, that means they're aiming out in front of me, and it's definitely time to get out of the way. Ideally, you want to time your jink for some time between these two stages. So as we come around here, I'm gonna start seeing their nose, and that's when I want to start acting erratically. Now we have 3 opponents all in range, so it's fucking juggling now. I need to constantly be checking for who has the best shot on me so I can get out of the way. Now once things get this bad, you really need to be thinking 2 steps ahead. If somebody's about to get a shot on me, I need to already be in the place to pull away from it. Like here, this guy is definitely about to have a shot, and if I'm not careful, the other guy will too. If I jink this way, then it's gonna give both of them an awkward shot, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Right away, that's gonna get the yak off of me. Now the 190 needs to readjust, so I have a second here. Once I look back, he has a firing solution again, and you guessed it, it's time to do the same fucking thing we've been doing this whole time.
So, that just about sums up all the terms, and now I'm gonna get into some tips, and then I'm gonna set you guys on your way. So, I just want to make this part really short and sweet, which is why I'm on the tennis court of an F-14. Only felt right. So, tip number 1, just section up the grind. Whether it be by tier, or by vehicle, or by halfway through a vehicle. Just say, I'm 400k RP away from this vehicle, but before I know it, it'll be 300k, then 200k, then 150, then 100, then I'll be there. Right? Just section it up. Tip number 2, don't let the grind get to your head. Take breaks. All of that. I've heard of way too many horror stories of people just not taking breaks from the grind, and it drives them kind of insane. So just, take breaks. Number 3, don't be afraid to play a different game, okay? The premium time, it's still gonna be there. You can still buy more. I made this mistake. I only played War Thunder. I played only War Thunder for like a month. Hey, I forgot to record an outro segment, so here we are. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate that, and I hope the tips helped you. And the terms, I'm a monkey brain myself, so, and I'm gonna be posting more videos on War Thunder. I have a couple more in the works. Not quite to this, I don't know if I would call it a scale, but not this kind of video. And I'm going to be posting those within probably the next couple of weeks, I would hope. And, yeah. Thanks for watching, and, literally 0% of my audience is subscribed, so, yeah.